go.
This is Pete Solves the Mystery of Space, a Georgia Pete Petersen dog detective book.
No.
Number.
No.
Book number 3.
No biting.
Cover designed by Avi.
Biting. No biting.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we are again at the Petersen Agency.
Why are you bending our book?
I feel so chastised.
Are you bending our book? Are you bashing it?
Bending. I bent the cover. Avi says, "Boss, these are our new clients, Fane and Leah. They want us to solve a mysterious disappearance in space." Pete says, "In space? Excellent. We'll get to use many of our favorite tools, spaceships, space suits." Joe says, "Yay, yay, I love going in space." Arlene says, "So Leah, tell us what happened." Leah says, "It all started when Mimi and Da flew their spaceship to San Francisco to pick up our nephews David and Simon and their parents Eli and Yana to come for a visit."
No, but you forgot David and Simon.
No, I didn't. And here they are in Mimi and Da's.
No
Hey.
biting, no biting.
You're supposed to be listening. Are we going to do this or what?
That's what I'm saying, no biting.
Well, why don't you just put George down?
That would be
Or
a
just
simple
literally
solution.
like
And here they are on Mimi and Da's spaceship 829.
Spaceship 829.
Zane says, "Everything went fine with the pickup in San Francisco, and they returned to space for the flight back, and then suddenly their ship disappeared from the radar and we lost all communication." LD says, "Very strange. Where were they last seen?" Leah says, "They disappeared just as they passed the moon." Avi-
Actually, I think there was a sticky, I think the rubber band alien pulled them in there.
That may have happened, yeah.
Yeah.
You're kind of giving the story away. Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert.
Avi says, "Boss, I think we need to fuel up the submarine spaceship and go out and search for them and see if we can figure out what happened." And Joa says, "Let's go."
You can have it.
Are we going to read this or what?
Yeah. We just had a Georgia makeout.
Yeah. "I love going in space." Arlene says, "All right, Joa, let's get ready." Avi says, "Everybody get in their space suits."
Have her tell me like this.
Are we reading the book?
Here
This
we
is
are
our
on our
submarine.
submarine spaceship.
Wow.
And this is our communicator for the eagle, for my space eagle. I took it on and I did it.
That's very cool. The illustrations are very cool.
Really good.
Look careful,
I love
don't knock
the
over your water.
illustrations.
Good thing it's closed.
Good thing it's closed. And our spaceship was number 129. Pete says, "Okay, crew, we're approaching the moon. Let's prepare all the tools." Avi says, "Look, as we approach the backside, I can see a hole." Pete says, "That's really weird, Avi. I wonder if Mimi and Da's ship got sucked into that hole." And Avi says, let's get our Space Eagle to take a probe through that hole
Yep.
and see if we can find their ship there." Arlene says, "Great idea, Avi. We don't want to fly in there without knowing what we're up against."
Yeah, it's true.
Arlene's always the one who brings in the caution.
This is our probe for the eagle that
Wow.
I did.
Let's see.
Oh, that is going to be hard to scan.
Love that.
See that?
Yeah. Very cool.
That is the probe and communicator that the Eagle's using.
Yep.
And there you can see on the back side of the moon, Mimi and Da's spaceship is trapped.
Oh.
Oops, this is falling off.
It's kind of mobile.
Yeah. And that's good. I should
And this,
use this to take this down.
Okay. And this, as a caption on this illustration says, "Space Eagle discovers Mimi and Da's spaceship trapped inside the moon, held down by rubber band aliens."
That's, I said we don't need to put so much words on there. This time I don't want to put like all words around them.
So there's a close-up of the spaceship stuck on the moon
There's too many words.
by the
Is that
rubber
what you're
band
saying?
aliens.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm cutting them with my laser knife.
Spoiler alert! Thanks to the Space Eagles, thanks to the Space Eagle and his probe, they found the lost ship. Avi and Pete beamed down inside the moon with the plan for a rescue. Pete says, I'm going to distract the rubber band aliens so they won't see you coming. Avi says, great idea, boss. While you distract them, I'll cut them with my laser knife.
Yeah.
Pete says, good job, Avi. We have freed their ship. Let's go on board and make sure everything is okay. Avi says, let's do it. If anyone is hurt, we can call in the Space Crow ambulance.
Space Crow ambulance.
And so here's Pete and Avi are inside the ship to see if everybody's okay. But we can see that Yana has a broken arm and Eli has a broken leg.
Oh.
Mimi says, Avi and Georgia Petersen, dog detective, you are a sight for sore eyes. We need help. Yana has a broken arm and Eli has a broken leg from the crash. Pete says, okay, Avi, call in the Space Crow ambulance to take them to a hospital ship.
J
Mimi
for
says,
Yana.
Space Crow ambulance, what is that?
Y?
Yeah.
Y for
Yeah.
Yana.
Okay, we need
Because
to fix-
Yana has a broken arm.
No,
Y
it's
for Yana.
Y instead of J.
Yeah, our editor brought this up to me and then refused to fix it.
Who is this editor?
Mimi says, Space Crow ambulance, what is that? And Avi says, you'll see, it will be here in 1 minute. And Da says, we heard,
Why is the lines
I
right
don't know. Da says, we heard a lot of noise out there. Have you freed our ship from those rubber band aliens? Pete says, yes, we have. And we have a plan to rescue your ship and dock it with our space submarine to take you all home. And David says, what is a space submarine? And Avi says, you'll find out in a few minutes when you're on it. And here we are in the space submarine, 129, with the tow rope to the spaceship 829.
Oh, buddy.
The Petersen Agency space submarine pulled Mimi and Da's spaceship out of the hole in the moon and is towing them back to Earth. Mimi, thank you, Pete and crew, for rescuing us. David says, this space submarine is really cool. Does it also go underwater? And Avi said, yes, it sure does. When we get back, we'll take you on a trip. Joa says, we just heard from the space hospital that Yana and Eli are fine. We can pick them up on our way home. And everybody says, yay, let's go home. The end.
Yay! Wonderful
Back
book.
cover art design by Avi.
The front design.